Picture this. A customer walks up to you and says, Tengo un problema. I have a problem. Do you feel that little bit of panic? Well, you're not alone. In this explainer, we're going to arm you with the tools to handle that exact situation in Spanish with total confidence. We're not just talking vocabulary, we're talking strategy, how to de-escalate, show real empathy, and actually turn a complaint into a positive experience.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the real challenge in these moments. Then, we'll build up your vocabulary piece by piece. After that, we'll get to the most important part, the key phrases for empathy. We'll see it all come to life in a dialogue, work on a few tricky pronunciations, and then, yep, it's your turn to practice and test what you've learned.
You know, when a customer is upset, our gut reaction is often to just fix the problem as fast as possible. But here's the thing. The real challenge isn't just fixing the issue. It's managing the emotion behind it. Your first goal, always, is de-escalation and empathy. The solution? That comes second. So, I really want you to remember this. Your number one job is to contain the situation. How do you do that? With your superpowers. Active listening, showing you understand, and staying calm yourself. If you can get this part right, you build the trust you need to find a solution together.
Okay, let's start building our foundation. These are the words you absolutely need for any professional conversation about a problem. I'm going to say each one slowly so you can really hear it and even practice saying it along with me.
First up, words to identify what's going on. Let's try them. Queja. This is your standard formal complaint. Then we have problema. Pretty straightforward, a problem. Next is molestia. Think of this as an inconvenience or an annoyance. And finally, incidencia, an incident. Let's hear them one more time. Queja, problema, molestia, incidencia.
All right, now for our action verbs. These are the words that show you're taking control. Let's practice. Escuchar, to listen. Entender, to understand. Lamentar, to regret. Ayudar, to help. Revisar, to check. And this one is so important for later, seguir, to follow up.
And finally, the words that point us toward a resolution. Go ahead and repeat these with me. Solución, solution. Detalle, detail. Calma, calm. Now this next one is a great one. Enseguida. It means right away. And anotar, to note down. Just using these words sends a clear signal that help is on the way. So, we've got our individual words down. Now let's string them together into phrases that do all the heavy lifting. Seriously, these next few sentences are like magic. They can completely change the tone of a really tense conversation. Let's start with what might be the most powerful one of all. Listen carefully. Entiendo su malestar. Now, that word su is the formal your, which is super important in these situations. This phrase right here immediately tells the customer their feelings are valid. You're not just hearing their words, we're acknowledging their frustration. Here's another must-have. Lamento lo ocurrido. This is such a professional and sincere way to say you're sorry about what's going on. It expresses regret for the situation, which is a subtle but key difference from admitting fault. I love this next one because it creates this amazing shift in the dynamic. Gracias por avisarnos. When you say this, you're reframing their complaint as helpful feedback. Suddenly, they're not just a complainer. They're a partner, helping you make things better. It's brilliant. And finally, here's your pivot. This is the phrase that takes you from empathy to action. Vamos a buscar una solución. This is your promise. It tells the customer, okay, I hear you, I get it, and now we're going to do something about it. Okay, let's put it all together and see how these phrases work in a real-life scenario. I'm going to read through a dialogue nice and slow. Pay close attention to how the receptionist uses these exact phrases to show empathy before even asking for the details. So it starts off simple enough. The receptionist says, Buenas tardes, ¿en qué puedo ayudarle? And the guest gets right to it. Hola, tengo un problema con mi habitación. Now listen to the immediate response. It's not, what's wrong? It's, Lo siento mucho. I'm very sorry. Then a polite request. Cuéntame por favor qué ha ocurrido. Please tell me what happened. The guest explains, La habitación está muy ruidosa y no he podido descansar. And there it is, our key empathy phrase, Entiendo su malestar. The receptionist validates the feeling first, then asks for a detail. ¿Desde cuándo exactamente ocurre? Since when, exactly? The guest replies, Desde ayer por la noche. And look at this powerful closing. The receptionist says entiendo, then promises immediate action with voy a revisarlo enseguida, and takes personal ownership. Haré el seguimiento personalmente y le mantendré informado. I will follow up personally and keep you informed. And the guest, who now feels heard, just says, se lo agradezco. I appreciate that. Situation contained.
See how effective that was? It completely changed the situation. Now, to make sure you can deliver these lines with real confidence, let's just polish the pronunciation of a couple of those keywords. First up, the word for complaint. Queja. That J sound, it's not like the J in jump. It comes from the back of your throat. It's a strong puff of air, kind of like the H in hello, but with a bit more oomph. Listen, queja. Give it a try. Queja. Next, let's tackle ocurrido, which means happened. The challenge here is that double R. Now, don't try to do a long, hard roll. It's actually a light, quick tap of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Think of it like a soft vibration. Ocurrido. Ocurrido. And finally, solución. See that little accent mark over the O? That's your best friend. It's telling you exactly where to put the emphasis. So it's not solución, it's solución. All the energy is at the end. Solución. All right, we've covered the words, the phrases, the dialogue, and the pronunciation. Now it's time to put you in the driver's seat. Let's put everything you've learned into practice. You ready to give it a try? Just remember that one core principle: empathy first, then details, then solutions, always in that order. Think of this as your simple 3-step playbook. Step 1, acknowledge their feeling. Step 2, politely get the facts. Step 3, promise action and follow up. With these 3 steps, you can handle pretty much any complaint that comes your way. All right, time for a quick quiz. I'll ask the question, give you a beat to think, and then share the answer. First up, I understand your discomfort is A, entiendo su malestar, or B, entiendo su reserva. The correct answer is A, entiendo su malestar. Next, fill in the blank. Voy a tomar nota. Is it A, tomar, or B, dar? The answer is A, tomar. Voy a tomar nota. And last one, how would you translate I'm very sorry? You'd say, lo siento mucho. Awesome job. So, what's the big takeaway here? This isn't just about memorizing some Spanish phrases. It's about mastering a strategy that gives you the power to take control of a negative, stressful situation and turn it into a respectful, positive interaction. It empowers you, it calms the customer, and it opens the door to finding a real solution. Thanks for joining me.